All right, everyone, first things first, no leaks or spoilers will be discussed in this video when it comes to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We know the game's out there in the wild, but we are not talking about any of that stuff. We are talking about all official Nintendo promotion, which is now ramping up as we are 6 days away at the time of filming this video from this game being playable in everyone's hands. It's an exciting time, and Nintendo's clearly getting excited as well, as they've announced a brand new Treehouse live event that we have to go over today, leading into the game's midnight launch in the Nintendo of New York store here in the US, as well as them putting together a nice story recap trailer, getting everybody ready and refreshed with the major plot events that happened in Breath of the Wild, and some brand new interesting screenshots that does come straight from the Tears of the Kingdom Japanese Twitter account. And we have to get on the same page with all of the new details for all things Tears of the Kingdom leading into its release right now. What's up, nation? Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification if you're as excited for Tears of the Kingdom to launch on May 12th as I am. And with that, we have to get on the same page with all of the most recent news, official news at that, around this game. As mentioned, no leaks or spoilers discussed in this video. And first, we have a nice put together 6-minute roughly story recap trailer for Breath of the Wild. It's very well done. I'll have it linked in the description down below. Go check it out over on the Nintendo of America YouTube channel. And while it's not a true deep dive into all of the lore and events that unfold throughout Breath of the Wild, it is something that can quickly summarize some of the major story plots. If you're looking for a deep dive and really want to go down the rabbit hole of everything we know leading into Tears of the Kingdom, there is a separate video I will recommend from Zeltic that just got put out with a detailed breakdown of everything that you should be aware of as we walk forward into Tears of the Kingdom. And to give you an idea of the difference, Zeltic's video is an hour long compared to Nintendo's 6-minute video, but that is still very cool and exciting to see, realizing that yes, we should have all of the events of Breath of the Wild fresh in our mind walking into Tears of the Kingdom, because in rare Nintendo fashion, this is a direct sequel to the previous Zelda game. We don't typically see those, and Nintendo knows that, and so it's nice to see them putting in a little bit of effort into getting the masses caught up with all of the events that unfold that will lead us straight into Tears of the Kingdom. Now, the next big piece of news that has just dropped for this game has to do with a Nintendo Treehouse live presentation. And you may remember the branding around these, as these are dedicated live events from Nintendo, not a traditional pre-recorded direct style presentation, but rather something that will be unfolding right before our eyes. And to get on the same page with exactly what's been announced here, let's quickly hop over to VGC and read through their detailed typed up article together. Nintendo is hosting a Treehouse live stream for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The stream will count down to the game's midnight launch. The live stream will begin on May 11th at 6:45 PT, 9:45 ET, and 2:45 AM BST on May 12th, and will show off more gameplay from the Breath of the Wild sequel. Treehouse Live is Nintendo's name for its live gameplay demonstrations, as opposed to its pre-recorded Nintendo Directs, in which a member of Nintendo of America's Treehouse product development division plays the game on a stream to show how it looks in action. According to a series of tweets from the official Nintendo of America account, the stream will consist of 4 separate Nintendo Treehouse live segments showing Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. The stream will lead up to the Nintendo New York midnight launch of the game, but Nintendo's messaging suggests the Treehouse live segments won't take up the full 2 hours and 15 minutes. Following Nintendo Treehouse Live, stay tuned for more live stream content counting down to the release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. A statement on the site reads, implying the gameplay sections will finish sometime before midnight Eastern Time. Now, I think this is a really cool idea, specifically if you're somewhere in New York or near New York, that you can actually make it to this local location to gather around with other Zelda fans and experience the game dropping at midnight. I really wish, maybe this is just the old man in me talking, that midnight releases were more common. I know that digital downloads are definitely a big reason why we don't see midnight releases happen anymore, because the audience is already essentially split in half on who goes out to a store to buy it versus who just digitally downloads it. But back in the day, every GameStop, Best Buy, and major retailer celebrating big midnight launches for big games was an awesome thing. There may be a number of GameStops and national stores around the nation that are doing this game as a midnight launch, and maybe you want to check into that, but I do think that this Nintendo promotion is cool and a little bit of a reminder of how big of a deal this game is for Nintendo and all of us gamers, that they're actually going to be doing a live Treehouse presentation, essentially counting down the minutes until everybody can officially, legally play play their copies, because clearly there are ways to play it right now. But if you're somebody who's waiting, that celebration will kick off at the end of the night, and I'm not really expecting to see anything major here from this event. In fact, considering it's right before the launch of the game, they're probably going to be in the beginning area of the game anyway. It's not going to be a big deal if you tune into this and watch it for new gameplay reveal, or if you just wait until midnight hits yourself so you can just boot up the game and start it on your own playthrough. And I also wouldn't be worried of any big plot or story spoilers. Like I said, I do believe this will be a very early portion of the game that they will be demonstrating, and it sounds like they will have a fun, entertaining event to put together for fans as we get closer to this thing's official launch. Now, the only other thing we'll talk about in this video in terms of news has to do with a couple different things, one of which is kind of your expectations around what we will see from Nintendo from here with footage of the game, and it ties into what we're going to look at briefly, which is a new screenshot that has not previously been seen in terms of official promotion from Nintendo. And we do have the Japanese Tears of the Kingdom Twitter account sharing out a new screenshot. And to first kind of temper expectations, I think we see a lot of stuff like this as we do in typical Nintendo fashion as they get closer to a game's launch. We will see new little snippets and new things happening in the game, either asking a question of what is this, like the screenshot we're about to look at, or we are going to see a little bit more of a detailed explanation and breakdown of what something is, similar to them just tweeting out on the Nintendo of America account. That Link has his traveling cooking pot this time around, which is a cool addition, by the way. The fact that we don't have to go out of our way to cook. I know from the sounds of things, it's a one-time use item, but you can likely, farm up multiple, and that way you can cook right before a battle or something like that. We will get detailed explanations of things like that, and we will also get some more mystery built up, but we won't see anything in the way of major spoilers from Nintendo, of course. They're trying to keep this thing as under wraps as possible in the environment that it's in right now, and you can quickly see one of those question tweets when translated from the Tears of the Kingdom Japanese website that reads, "Once again, I found something strange on a sky island. A mysterious pattern emerges, but what exactly is this?" Now, of course, you see the green energy and a very specific symbol, and luckily for me, I've avoided spoilers to the point that I don't know exactly what this is in the game, but I think that this tweet serves as a good representation of what we will see Nintendo kind of stick to and focus on as we get closer to this game's launch. It will be very similar media to things like this, and then we're likely going to get that final launch trailer, as well as accolades from all of the people who will be praising this game. No doubt it will receive a very high Metacritic score. It'll be very interesting to see if it ties or even surpasses Breath of the Wild in that Metacritic score, and we are right around the corner from finding that out. So I really want to hear from you guys at this point in the video, all your personal thoughts and opinions on the latest round of news for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Will you be tuning in to the Nintendo Treehouse Live leading into the launch on midnight of the game's release? Are you near the New York Nintendo store and you're actually planning to attend this thing? What did you think of the Nintendo of America Breath of the Wild recap, and how do you think we will see Nintendo handle the rest of the promotion for this game as we get closer and closer to that May 12th launch date? So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.